What's your favorite thing about using IDEA StatiCa?
My favorite thing about using IDEA StatiCa is that we can do unique connections. We can do multiple load combinations for any joint. So we can really analyze how different load combinations will interact without connections, without having to do just a base envelope. And within that, we can also use any odd loads that typically wouldn't be used in other connection design software, such as out of plane moments or weak axis loads that are induced by erection engineering and tipping connections up into process, which wouldn't be in the project typically in the design, but in an erection engineering phase needs to be analyzed to verify that it can work.
How long have you guys been using IDEA StatiCa for?
We've been using IDEA StatiCa for 3 years now.
And what types of projects do you guys use IDEA StatiCa for?
We use IDEA StatiCa for large-scale truss connection design projects, industrial buildings, and for erection engineering.
So how does IDEA StatiCa help you win the next project?
IDEA StatiCa is really key for us helping win next projects. Some of the things that we can use it for is to check out-of-plane loading, like I mentioned previously, which helps us get our entire process at CSG is to get base to start, so detailing and erection engineering. But in addition to that, because of the unique load combinations, we can use IDEA StatiCa to really optimize connections down. One of the key examples we had on a project, we were connecting a shear tab to the top flange of a truss member. And because of that, IDEA StatiCa using the FEM analysis checks the actual loads that are going onto the bolt. So if we were doing it by hand, we would have to do a 2-column connection. Whereas when we did it in IDEA StatiCa, we could reduce it down to a 1-column connection. While that doesn't seem like a lot, this was for a beam infill that connected to a truss that happened 5,000 times on the project. Mm-hmm. So by reducing it down from 2 columns to 1 columns, we effectively cut 5 bolts per connection. 5 bolts times 2 beams times 5,000. You can see the significant savings that we've achieved on the project. And we're using IDEA StatiCa in that to really optimize our connections to reduce costs for the fabricator and engineering and the project in whole.
So Mike, why would you recommend IDEA StatiCa to other engineers?
I'd recommend IDEA StatiCa to other engineers because it's so versatile. Anything that you can think up, you can model in IDEA StatiCa and you can do the connections. A lot of other connection design software, you're really limited in what you can do. You have put in specific fields and that's it. If it's outside of the parameters, you're just stuck. The IDEA StatiCa, it's a sandbox connection software. You can utilize it, you can think it. If you want to add a stiffener into a gusset, you want to put out of plane loading on something that's non-typical or unique, you can do it with IDEA StatiCa. You just have to go in and build it.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.